deposit.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang, for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men of the Rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer.
Take a sniff, good sir. Needed to a silken soft...
You wouldn't believe how much you gave me. What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword?
I'm not a soldier.
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the Rock and the men of the Rock only.
You have an agreement?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. I don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis, I don't know. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off. Do you think they'll be back soon?
The juiciest meat from Greens.
Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with...
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light us. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us, these lot. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market, either. Whoever's taking them...
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
The finest fabric!
The most fragrant herbs and
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Here, have a taste. What was all that crashing and banging about before?
It's you, the one who broke all our... What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble or...
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch. Huh?
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with.
All right. I'm sure that we can... but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle? Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's... And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking... I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion... They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved...
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like a small price to pay for admittance to the... But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you...
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people... Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been... I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant...
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then. Just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble, Lubos.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this... It just goes to show one should never underestimate a Rosfield. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support if things turn sour.
Of course.
What was all that crashing? Banging about before?
Time to fight.
I'll take it from here.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your...
All the silver and stones I could scrape.
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objection.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, but we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our
Royalists, eh? What brings you?
Why? To collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are and being such good friends. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would...
My lord, what is the meaning of...
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do this. Kill them! Kill them both!
It's not over yet, Uncle. Good. I'm just getting warmed up. This one. That wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the...
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly... Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I... It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Of all the... Ugh!
Here, wear this. Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
Omia Lostelan. Tuisa Kelis.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive? So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
What is it now? You and I... What? Alas. Still... Ours is a blessed corner of the Velcroy. At least they did. So... how very fitting. Of course... there's simply no other way. Best of luck!
I've never even forged a button. Perhaps Forge Master Luke.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Neither would I. Oh, wait. Sorry. My mind was elsewhere. I'm Saver, Master Luber's soon-to-be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit. I don't suppose you have any idea.
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask.
I could give you a hand if you... I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been. And that Lubor...
I'd be a fool to refuse.
So?
Good question. If I'm honest. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of Dalamil. Nothing is ever simple with that man.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Lubor. We need information.
You're right. There's no point fumbling in the dark. Now, who to speak to first? There's plenty of folk in Dalamil who you... There's the butcher, of course. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade. All right. I think we have a plan. Let's get to it, shall we? I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the butcher, and anyone else...
All right. Good luck.
Let's hope that someone says something useful.
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I'd better get to it.
Yes, they're quite sought after. Lord Kupka has several similar pieces in his collection.
Welcome, sir. What can I do you for?
A question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something, I suppose.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem, but give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block.
So a knife that stays sharp.
Plates and pots! Bowls and basins! Everything I've worked for. All those years of toil. Every coin.
Are you all right?
The baths are closed. Leave me be. On second thought, perhaps you are just what I need.
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business. The baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all. I've no doubt that my woes stem from the... But I can't go and investigate for fear of my cust. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you.
All right. I'll go and take...
Wonderful. It's not far. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of these baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end. My livelihood, my very life.
I'll be asking for you again.
1,000 gil for a... If you can't even... Ha! They've opened the gate!
Lubor was true to his word.
What is it? I'm in no mood for chatter.
Sorry. Do you mind if I ask your trade?
Hunter, why?
I have a question. Can you tell me what makes a good carving knife?
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you.
All business, eh? Man after my own heart.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Wax candle!
Take a sniff, good sir.
My carpets have pride of place in...
So, you learn anything useful, or...?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp. But I don't see how...
I didn't have much luck either. All the cook said was that he needs too heavy and they do his shop.
So we're no better off than when we start. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his... But that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know that no. We must be missing something. Something right in front of our noses, most likely.
No doubt you're right. I have to make a start soon. I can't put off making this knife forever.
Agreed. Lubor wouldn't like that.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, Mark. Trouble is, it's either durable or it's light. Meaning someone is gonna be disappointed. Forge Master Lubor, probably.
Is there no one else you can turn to? Someone who knows their metals, perhaps?
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. A merchant, a favourite of Forge Master Lubor's. I bet she'd know a thing or two.
Is it true? What?
The finest fabric!
It would make a fine.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Any luck? Or will you be needing help?
Well, I asked her, but...
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lu, they're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick, but adamantite ore is unique to ash, so it doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill.
Unique to ash? Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be...
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. Then that, but he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits. And if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the...
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick.
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around.
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask after all that you've done.
Limestone? Fine. I can hardly abandon you now. Besides, I want to know if this is the answer to Lubor's little riddle.
I can't thank you enough, Clive. You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the terraces. The place is...
Then I suppose I'll meet you back...
Right you are. I'll see you shortly. Do you crush it?
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
can walk from here.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
Needed
to a silken...
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Just look at the hanging lanterns. Keep...
We should get going soon.
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubo?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Talmeki and Walud are allies, and as you have seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
One rock looks a lot like another. But hopefully this is what Southern needs. Good girl.
Yeah! What the hell are those things?
By the flames. That explains the heat. Let's cool things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
This is no good. I was hoping.
I wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope this is enough.
You are one of the good ones. You and that merchant both. She's got quite a gift. Now, time to see if Lime... That'll do, I reckon. A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalamil. Her spirit, if you will.
It's a fine-looking blade.
I only hope Master Lubor...
That sounds like my cue. And just as well. I was getting tired.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then. First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalamil?
I'd like to think so. But what do you...
What do I think indeed? It's sharp-ish, and it's heavy. Heavier than it should. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but so it looks like someone paid a visit to the terrace. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but...
And I was so certain I had it all worked.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little Next question. How much do you think I would charge if...
Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time it took... I would say you could demand a heavy purse.
And who would be able to pay that? The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at Dalamil is home to humble traders, not rule number one in any business, Sam.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable. I'd say you're worth keeping around a little. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
I will. What would you do?
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it... For the hunter, I'd make it as tough. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an app.
There goes a master.
It looks like congratulations are in...
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle, though, eh? The spirit of Dalamil had nothing. Meaning, I had you run around.
You've passed your test. That's all that matters.
And when I do, I'll craft you the finest cup.
The finest fabric!
The most fragrant herbs and spices.
Needed to a silken softness.
Made from the stoutest...
There he is. Ocean man! I was hoping we'd be seeing you. The baths grow more bearable by the moment. It won't be long now before we...
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this. What did you find at...
Not what I expected, that's for certain.
You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of... But I burdened you with my worries enough already. Right. It's high time I got back to work. With a little luck, the day might yet be salvaged. Sweet incense! What?
We should get going soon.
Get that damned wagon fixed! Unless you'd rather our men in Dalamil starved.
The axle's gone, Captain. There's nothing I can do.
There it is. Drake's Fang.
Kupka will be hiding inside.
Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert. You'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know? Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
I'm coming for you, Kupka.
Fuck! Why do they still hurt? What has that gutter rat done to me? Out of my sight, witch! I'll kill you, Rosfield! I'll rip out your heart! I'll tear you limb from limb!
Peace, Hugo. The table shan't hurt you any longer.
He sought to humiliate me. Me! If you hadn't interfered, he would be dead!
You truly believe you would have triumphed had the battle continued?
Titan would have ground him into dust!
And how would he have done that without his head?
Shut up!
You weren't strong enough, and you call yourself a dominant. Or rather, you did.
You mock me, Harbert.
Do you see, Hugo? You are weak.
Fuck!
But so long as that fire burns within you, there is still hope. There may yet be a way for you to take your revenge.
Tell me, what must I do? Please, I'll do anything. Just tell me.
The heart.
What of it?
A mother crystal's heart is the most concentrated source of ether in all creation. Perhaps you could take advantage of that. Of course, the crystal would not yield her blessing to any ordinary man. But then, you are no ordinary man, are you, Hugo? Clive Rosfield stole your power, but others have suffered a similar fate, and still managed to find the strength to conjure their icon. Like Benedicta Harmon. She too drank of the ether and gained a power beyond human understanding.
She did. Benedicta. Benedict. I'll do it. My love. I'll avenge you.
Run along now, Hugo. You need only follow the light. Muthos is here. Very well, it shall be so. You may leave everything to me, Your Majesty.
Royalists bring them from Ash? Are the Beastmen part of the Waluda army now? How the hell did that happen? They've spotted us. So much for the men of the Rock. Dhalmekia's finest. Time to fight. All yours, Torgal! Animals. You should never have left Ash. Stay down! Stairs. This must be the way out. This one. Sneaking past this one. How did they get in here?
Come on, Torgal.
Kupka never did do things by halves. As if taking the Mother Crystal for his own wasn't enough. He had to build his castle in it.
Let the trial begin.
What the hell?
With me,
Seems were expected.
So this is the power of Mythos.
Did the orcs do this too? More of them.
This way. This way.
What the hell is going on? Are these things here for me? Or for him? First orcs, now these nightmares. Is this your doing, Ultima? You've been busy, Kupka. But where did you go? The heart. He's in the sanctuary. I can feel it. Come on, Toggle. Just what I needed.
Benedicta, my everything. I've missed you so much. Kuka! I swear to you, my love, we will never be parted again.
What's wrong with him?
Get away from her! Benedicta! I'll kill you, Rosfield!
Oh shit, he's priming.
So could I! Let's give this a try. Not bad.
Mortimer. What do you want?
Your soul is tainted with worthless human will, yet your thirst for power remains undiminished. With every sip you take, you grow in strength, and soon you shall achieve perfection.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You will accept us, Mythos. It is inevitable. You were created for this purpose, and you shall serve it.
Never!
Fight it, Clive! Don't let him in!
Consciousness. We see now. Human will is so insubstantial it cannot exist in isolation. You mitigate its weakness by interweaving it with your consciousness. We believed we had merely to purge you of your will to claim our vessel. It appears we first have to sever every thread of the consciousness that supports it. No matter. The time to build a new world is not yet upon us. We will contemplate.
Thank you, Joshua. One can no more command the power of ether by drowning in its flood than one can constrain the tides by standing in the sea. I had thought Hugo wiser than this, but it seems his head was full of rocks after all.
Titan was strong.
Your Majesty.
But Mythos is stronger. For 5 years, that man lived only for revenge. Clinging fast to a fiction, even as it swept him into the abyss. One cannot change one's nature through force of will alone. Only the Almighty can do that.
Hugo Kupka, the man who gave his life for a woman's head. A fool like all the rest.
The death of a mother crystal should be so beautiful.
Some medicine, my lord? I have salves, potions, anything you need.
Stop bothering me, urchin, or you'll feel the back of my hand.
You must consider your health, my prince. If a show of force is needed to keep the Dalmex at bay, you may trust in your dragoons. I beg you to call on Bahamut only as a last resort. His strength comes at too great a cost.
The Empire agreed to an armistice with the Republic, and yet the Emperor still plots its ruin. For now, the Dalmecs suspect nothing, and as long as I can hold their gaze, war need not be inevitable. But more than that, Bahamut is the champion of the Empire. When our people look to the heavens, the sight of him gives them hope. Forgive me, Terence. Would that you were my master. But alas.
I will always be your loyal servant.
Should the Council's brazen maneuvering prompt the Republic to tear up their own treaty and launch a new assault, our soldiers would advance to meet them, cutting across the Central Isles, but not in time to prevent their forces from breaching the southern defenses and storming Twinside. And so the capital would become a battlefield. Thousands of innocents would die. I cannot allow that to happen.
There is one small mercy, at least. You will not be forced to do battle with Titan.
Would that I could avoid doing battle at all.
1,000 pardons, Your Highness.
What is it?
Olivier has been made Emperor. What is the meaning of this?
My father's orders. What were they? Quickly! Yes, Your Highness. His Radiance requests that Your Highness maintain position here and... Ah!
Terence.
Yes, my prince.
I must go to the palace.
I'll ready your steed.
What is it now?
Forgive the intrusion, Your Highness.
I know you.
At ease.
We stand in the presence of the Phoenix. You wouldn't want to get your fingers burned.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. Though I admit, I did not expect such a distinguished guest.
How many years has it been since the Remembrance ceremony? 20?
I thought you long dead. Do I address a ghost?
Many have told me that I look like one. But no. I'm alive. Just. Prince Dion of the House Lesage, I have a tale to tell you.
I'd better give Otto the good news.
Walkways, Nick.
Welcome home, Sid.
What became of Kupka? Why haven't we heard of it?
We're seeing troops amassing everywhere.
How may I help you today, Clive? Come to claim your just desserts? Here you are. Come again. I may have more for you.
If the state of our coffers is anything to go by. We're seeing troops amassing everywhere.
And how may I assist you today? How may I help you today? One must understand one's place in the world. Very good.
I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Here's everything we've received and everything promised. Here you are. Come again. I may have more for you.
Clive, you're back.
I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more.
Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto, any word on the Royalist movements since I've been away?
Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian.
Thank you. I will.
Ah, the conquering hero returns. And with hardly a scratch.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident Physica suggests that you picked up the scent of Waloed.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave, as did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in storm, but the Waloeders must have ferried them over from Ash, but why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the adamant? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map? The kingdom of Waloed claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the mother crystal for Waloed? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waloed standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot? In summary, I know not to what end the Royalists betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw, especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Clive, have you come seeking?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is. The big...
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that there shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right, brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kupka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him. With my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you... Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond...
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of it, but until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Thanks to Sid.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kupka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders, then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head, though. Is it business or pleasure? Is that all?
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This
This is it then. A new beginning. Under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
What do you need? Not saying fortune, do you? Should last you a good while. You can thank me later. Bring me the materials, and I'll think about it. Don't waste my time. You ain't got the stuff. That it? Fine.
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing. And that's
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
So, the Professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully, not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take me. She's been going at it hammer and tongs down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest.
Take a sniff, good sir.
Gone, just like that. And without so much as a by your leave.
What's the matter?
It's my apprentice. He up and vanished while my back was turned. I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. A bakery that's now short one pair of hands. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers, I'm at a loss. Please, will you see if you can find him?
I'll see what I can do. Do you know where he might have gone?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang. He used to work there, you see. Poor fool left his heart in its hollow.
All right. Then that's where I'll start.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Straight home now. Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to find you.
I am a sorry, selfish sod, aren't I? Certainly not a baker. Master must have ruled the day he took me in. Time was the sight of the fang used to calm my nerves. But now look at her.
I take it you missed the mother crystal.
I hated her, but she was all I knew. Worked her mines for years. And when she shattered, part of me shattered with her. I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin. But I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch collapses. My bread's as hollow as I am. She was the only thing that could fill the hole inside me. But now she's gone. She's never coming back. What am I supposed to do? I ask her.
Try to remember the good times. Do that?
Even in the bake. What a fool I've been. Thank you, my friend. I have to get back there right away.
Wait. Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
Take a sniff, good sir. You'll be
Ah, there you are. The man who lit it. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high. He damn near ran me down trying to get to my oven.
Master, it's ready. Behold the drake.
I dare say.
Just look at it. Her steepled peaks, her fulsome. True, my loaves collapse more often than not, and look, inside. She's filled. Master, I have found my purpose.
Well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks. Not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. I don't know how you did it.
Good day to you.
The crystals we get.
We had to dig a new cellar.
Ah, Clive. Your timing...
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy rustlings in the undergrowth. Suspicious not. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves. Understand? Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might...
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing. Listen.
All right. Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I'd better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
You alright, Sid? Something on your mind?
There is actually. Can I ask you something? Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy figures out in the woods. Have you noticed anything on...
Oh, that. No, sorry, can't help you. I heard the rumours, mind, from the lads working over at the vineyard.
All right. Thanks anyway.
You're quite talented with that rod of yours.
Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods. Have you seen anything?
No, but I've heard something. Sound of scraping metal.
Where was this?
In Lorbert's Pass. Was out foraging for herbs when I heard it. Screeching out from between the... Ran back here as quick as my legs would carry me. And I ain't been back since.
I see. I'll look into it. Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate? Come on. You there.
Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before they escape!
Black Shields. Here.
What the hell are you doing here? What is it to you? Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
Why were they here? Were they planning an attack on Lostwing? I need to warn Quentin.
Good day to you. Sid.
The crystals we get.
Clive, how goes the hunt?
I found some black shields hiding near Lorbert's Pass.
Black shields. The Empress's former blood, though they serve another master now. One who means to root, and it would appear the pack has finally caught the... Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. And bite back we...
I'm sorry. You're going to need... Who did the Black Shield serve now? And why would that person...
Because I want him.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here...
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lostwing?
I suppose I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by... And fight it I did, in my own. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one...
So what changed?
I discovered that he hunted bear. I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice, a means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot. But his response, however, was rather more visceral, and he faced no punishment. I lost everything. My loved ones, my livelihood, the faith I had once held that any modicum... So I set about enacting my... I tracked down every soul who served him and slit their throat. But the man himself proved an alter. With money and power come protection. And so I saw that I would need an army of my... I came here to Lostwing and began recruiting...
And everyone here knows?
Of course. They too have lost loved ones, seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. All and our wounds are the same. And we know where he hides, how numerous, and what we did not know until now, however, was...
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment. My friends and comrades, it begins.
To change his mind.
Do you see anything you like? I do like a customer who knows what he wants.
I'm telling you, it's true.
We're seeing troops amassing at every...
Don't think Mid's been to visit her old man's grave in years.
Clive! Here you go. Always something in there.
Something soon. All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things... I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapor. The helm over the top, that disperses all... And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of...
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail.
Luckily, you don't need to.